The spring season is here and it is looking great so far. In the month of February, Phoenix, Arizona was the host of the Super Bowl and of the Phoenix Open, aka Waste Management Open, putting our city in the national spotlight more than usual during our peak season for weather, tourism, and home buyer activity. This, combined with mortgage rates briefly coming down to the 6%, contributed to an 86% increase in accepted contracts since the beginning of the year, and things are looking very hopeful, but don't be fooled by this market, and I'll tell you why. Keep watching. This is Celina Acosta with EXP Realty with your February 2023 real estate market update for the Phoenix, Arizona and the metropolitan area coming up. Most of the cities in our metropolitan area moved from a buyer's market to a balanced market to a seller's market in a period of 6 weeks, so very fast. 6 major cities moved out of a balanced market into a seller's market over the last 4 weeks: Phoenix, Avondale, Glendale, Tempe, Mesa, and Gilbert. 2 cities came out of a buyer's market into a balanced market: Peoria and Surprise, and only Goodyear, Queen Creek, Maricopa, and Buckeye remain in buyer's markets at this stage. These 4 cities are on the edge of town and are considered fastest growing areas and had major building booms in the last 2 years. So it could be that it's taking a while for inventory to get absorbed. Now, 11 out of the 17 major cities of our metropolitan area are in sellers markets right now, but they're weaker and much weaker compared to 2.5 years ago. So we are dealing with a delicate and frail early stages of a seller's market, and it could fall back into a balanced market as long as the rates continue to be volatile. Rates remain unpredictable at this point, but that doesn't stop the industry from trying to predict them. Some experts say that mortgage rates will either stabilize or trend down during the first quarter of 2023. Very few are predicting rates to increase this year, and overall, we will see them bounce around between the high 5s to the low 7s. And that is what I'm predicting, and this may cause buyer demand to ebb and flow over the next few months. At the time of this recording, we're almost hitting 7% again. So sellers, in this market, your house, if it's priced right, it will sell. However, having said that, don't get confused when you hear that we're back on a seller's market again. This seller's market is very subtle, and it is nothing like the bold seller's market that we saw in 2020 and 2021. In 2023, you have to price your home right and offer value to stand out. More than half of the sellers that sold last month offered concessions to the buyer. So be prepared for that. Those are the things that you need to do to sell in today's market. What's helping to keep us in a seller's market too is that we have very few new listings entering the market. What does very few mean? Well, there were only 9,665 new listings added to our MLS since the beginning of the year. That is the lowest number of new listings measured since the year 2000. The median is 14,000 listings, and the highest measure was over 21,000, and that was in the year 2006. So we had 9,600, the median is 14,000, and the highest was 21,000. So as we enter into the spring market, sellers may notice fewer days on the market prior to contract. Half of the owners who accepted contracts last week were on the market for 40 days or less compared to the peak of 56 days in December. As we shift into the spring season, days on the market prior to contract may settle in at between 25 and 30 days on the market, which is a far cry from the 5 and 7 days in early 2022. So I previously said that more than half of the sellers are giving concessions. In the last 30 days, 52% of sales recorded, sellers gave concessions to the buyer, and this number is expected to grow in the next 30 days. The effects of the current seller's market will not be seen until March, at which point we expect to see a rate of decline in sales price. Mortgage rates could change the game quickly. However, it's not the time for buyers and sellers to take the market conditions for granted because they can change very quickly. So there you have it. I hope this was helpful, and see you next time.